Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the TheGeecheeEmpress, and here in this community, we are bridging the gap between the physical and the spiritual worlds. In today's video, we are continuing with week 2, part 2 of this month's mini series, where we are talking about stepping into your calling. Okay, this week, we're going to talk about how to know what you're called to do. Now, last week, week 1 of the mini series, we talked about what happens when you try to run from your calling. Okay. But now the question is, how do you even know what that calling is? How do you know what you're here to do? Okay. And I'm going to tell you, some people feel a pull, but they don't have the clarity, right, on exactly what that purpose is. Some of y'all are already walking in your calling, but you're doubting yourselves along the way because you think it's supposed to look a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Possibly comparing it to the person to your left, to your right, right? But it's not gonna look it's not gonna look a certain kind of way. It's not gonna look how it looks for anyone else because it's your calling. Okay. And others of you already know what you're called to do, but you are afraid to fully embrace that or to fully step into that. Okay. So today I want to break it all down. I want to break it all down. We're going to talk about how to recognize your calling. We're going to talk about the difference between passion and purpose. And we're going to talk about the signs that spirit uses to reveal your divine assignment to you. And by the end of this video, you will have a much clearer understanding of what you were put here to do. So I ask that as you guys come in, you hit the like button, subscribe if you have not done so already. I invite you to share this video with anyone that you think needs it. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay. First, I want to discuss the difference between passion and calling, because not everything that you love is your calling. Okay. A passion is something that you enjoy doing, and it may fulfill you in the moment, but it's not necessarily your divine assignment. It's not necessarily your calling. A calling is something that's much deeper, and heavier. Okay. And it's also something that, one, comes naturally to you, even if you've never trained for it. Two, it's something that others recognize in you before you recognize it in yourself. Three, it's something that feels like a responsibility, not just an interest. And four, it's something that pulls you even when you're not actively thinking about it. I want to give you an example, okay? Let's say that you're someone who's passionate about music, but your calling might be to heal others through sound and vibration. You may even love writing, but your true purpose may be storytelling that uplifts and enlightens your community. You see the difference there? Okay. A calling is not about what you want, it's about what spirit has assigned you to do. Okay. Now I want to talk about signs that spirit is revealing your calling to you. If you're wondering what your calling is, here are the most common ways, right, that spirit will reveal it to you. One way, it's been with you since childhood, right? What have you always been naturally drawn to? What did you do as a child that people took notice of? Or what felt effortless for you, even before you fully understood it, right? Think about that. Two, people have always come to you for a specific reason. Ask yourself, are people constantly seeking you out for like guidance, advice, counseling, comfort? Are you the go-to person in your friend group? in your family? Like, are you the person that others just naturally turn to? Even when you didn't sign up for it, you didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just people just naturally gravitate to you when they need pouring into, when they need wise counsel. Okay. Your gift is often recognized by others long before you see it in yourself. That is something to keep in mind. Okay. Other people will see your gift, your light, what's in you long before you see it in yourself. My grandmother used to tell me, baby, people will see that oil on you, that anointing. They will see that oil on you long before you know that the oil is on you. And she was so right. Okay. Third sign that Spirit is revealing your calling, it's something that you can't escape. Like, no matter how many different things you try, Spirit keeps pulling you back. Even when you ignore it, the opportunities, the signs, the confirmations keep coming up, and it just keeps resurfacing. It keeps coming back to the surface. Even when you try to push it away, even when you try to ignore it, even when you try to turn and look the other way, it's right there. It doesn't go anywhere. Your calling does not leave you. Okay. 4, you feel a deep sense of purpose when you are operating in your calling. Listen, when you are in alignment with your calling, you feel a sense of peace, you feel a sense of fulfillment, and you feel a sense of like divine flow. Time literally disappears. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like it's something greater. And it feels like it's something greater that's working inside of you. Now, a part of this shift, I try to give like personal anecdotes and personal like story times to kind of relate to the different teachings. Okay. So I want to share like a little personal story just to kind of give an idea, right? Um, I have been writing since I've been about 5. I've always written, right? I just be writing. Okay. It's one of my hobbies. Writing is one of the things that I'm passionate about. I'm sure that y'all can tell, right? The way that I've been writing content since we came into 2025. And as a kid and a teenager, I enjoyed writing creative stories, creative essays, things like that, right? And I'm passionate about writing, but what I did not know was that I was passionate about writing because I am supposed to um, tell stories and provide wisdom, written wisdom, um, through writing, right? That is the vehicle that I am supposed to use to deliver some of my content. Okay. Um, and so I could just remember being a little girl having like all of these stories. And my mom would say, we got to publish these one day. And I'm like, but I'm not writing to get published. That wasn't the purpose, right? I was just writing because I love to write. And now today, right, I have a published book. Well, I have 3 published books, but one published book where I am talking about um, defeating the enemy and navigating spiritual warfare and how to, come out on the other side of that. I did not know 40 years ago that That was why I enjoyed writing so much. You understand what I'm saying? And so, yes, I am passionate about writing, but writing is a part of my calling because I write instructions, devotionals, etc. Y'all see it? All right. Now I want to talk about how to gain clarity on your calling because I understand that it can be confusing. I understand that getting clear can sometimes be difficult. So let's talk about how to get clear. First, you're going to get quiet. You're going to get still. You're going to get silent and listen. Because your calling is something that is already within you, but you have to be still long enough to hear what spirit is telling you. You do this through meditation, through prayer, through journaling, and paying attention to what comes up repeatedly in your thoughts and in your spirit. Okay. Also, reflecting on your past experiences because sometimes our struggles and life lessons reveal what we are meant to do. Y'all, I have dealt with black magic attacks, witchcraft attacks, people trying to, you know what I'm saying, all my life. Since I came into the world. My grandmother would say, baby, they've been trying to take you out of here since you came into the world. I've been dealing with it all my life, and I did not know why. I've often wondered, right? Why me? Why me? Why not me? Right? I had to go through it and deal with it at the extent that I had to deal with it because I am called to deliverance. I am called to help other people be delivered from black magic attacks and witchcraft attacks and such. Right? And so I had to endure it. I have overcome it. I have came out on the other side victorious, but those experiences shaped me and prepared me to step into my calling as the Geechee Empress, to step into my calling of delivering others from black magic attacks and witchcraft attacks and such. Next, you want to pay attention to divine confirmation. Okay. What do people say that you're naturally good at? Like, what do people tell you? What messages, signs, and synchronicities keep showing up for you? Because sometimes spirit will use others to remind you of what you already know. And lastly, you want to start taking small steps because you don't have to see the whole path, right? Just start walking. This is what they mean when they say walk by faith, right? Explore different aspects of your gifts. Seek knowledge, research, study to show yourself approved, and trust your journey. Okay? For example, like if you feel called to healing, but you don't know where to start, you would start by learning, practicing, and observing how your own energy affects others. And the more you move in alignment, the clearer things will become for you. Does that make sense? Now I want to talk about what to expect once you accept your calling, because the minute you start stepping into your calling, there are some things that you want to be prepared for, okay? Like opportunities opening up. Things that once felt difficult for you will begin to align automatically, naturally, right? You'll begin to meet people who support you on this path and also help you grow. But also, spirit will remove any and everything that no longer serves you. That could be friendships, jobs, old mindsets, things that just no longer fit who you are becoming. And this is a part of that process. So it's important that you embrace it and not fight it. It is important that you learn to release the things that spirit is removing and not fight it. Also, you will feel tested because the moment you commit to your purpose, all hell will break loose. Okay. The moment you commit to your purpose, okay, the enemy is going to be on the attack. Okay. Because the one thing the enemy don't want, whoever the enemy is to you, okay, the enemy does not want you walking in your purpose. The enemy wants to keep you in bondage and wrapped up in these repetitive cycles. Okay, so the moment you commit to your purpose, expect challenges and resistance. And these aren't punishments, these are things that the divine will permit in order to test your strength, in order to make sure you're really ready. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful for that. And number 4, you will feel more fulfilled than ever before. Like walking in alignment equals walking in peace to me. And there's nothing like feeling like you are exactly where you're meant to be. I remember when the TheGeecheeEmpress was birthed, when spirit gave me that, right? I was terrified. This was not my thing. Now, I've always been the one that everybody came to for advice and wise counsel, dream interpretations, etc. Right? I've always been that person. But when it was time to do this, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. When I stepped into it, everything aligned so quickly and so seamlessly. I knew that I had been on the right path. But I also came to meet challenges. And here's the thing, I knew that I was going to meet challenges because the minute you align with what God has for you, there is always something to try to throw a wrench in that. But I stayed the course. Even when it didn't look how I thought it should look, when it didn't look how I wanted it to look, even when the numbers are low, you understand what I'm saying? I stayed the course because I understand that this is what I'm called to do. This is the mandate. This is the assignment. This is the mission, right? To help others break free from the things that keep them in bondage, to help others transform their lives, shift their mindsets. You understand? And I am so glad that I made the decision to be obedient and to stop running from the calling and to step into it. And I am still like I have embraced it fully. You know what I'm saying? Like I own it now. This is who I am. This is what I'm here to do. You understand what I'm saying? And the challenges and obstacles still come, but they are not enough to deter me because I understand that the mission is so great. All right. So I want to encourage all of you. Don't run from your calling. I encourage you to find your purpose and walk in that. I encourage you to take inventory of your life. Where did you have the most pain? Because like I said earlier, a lot of times the pain that we endure is directly connected to our purpose. And I want you all to know, everyone under the sound of my voice, if you are breathing, you have purpose. Okay? I'm going to put a pin in this, but before I get out of here, y'all, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Like, what signs have you received about your own calling, and are you embracing them? Or are you still searching? And there's no right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong answer. I ask that you all share this with someone who you feel may need to hear it. All right. Subscribe and stay tuned, y'all. This is week 2 of a 4-week series on stepping into your calling. And next week, Tuesday, February 18th, we're going to be getting into the challenges that come with walking in your purpose, because let's be real, it is not all peaches and ice cream. It's not easy. Every day ain't Sunday, every month ain't May. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna get into that. I also encourage you, if you are someone who, if you just want to sit and talk more on a one-on-one level about stepping into your purpose and figuring out what that is, I am bookable at the link below. I would love to talk to you. My one-on-one sessions are now via Zoom. I'm excited about that. I encourage you guys to visit us over in Patreon and sign up for any of the tiers. There is a free tier if interested, okay? I love all of you guys. Listen, your purpose has always been inside of you. It is time for you now to stop doubting yourself and start walking, because Spirit is waiting for you. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all be blessed. Peace.